Hi guys! Today we're making this miniature dollhouse castle. This project is 1:144 scale, which means it could be the dollhouse inside a dollhouse, which is why it fits in my hand. A project like this does take a while, but it's really fun. You can customize it however you like and it can be made with very simple materials. So let's get started. Firstly, I made a little sketch with the dimensions of my castle and also which rooms I wanted to make. I made the base with some wide popsicle sticks that I used a small saw to cut. Then I evened out the edges with a file. I cut 3 equal pieces and then stuck them together with wood glue to be the back side of the castle. Then take some medium-sized popsicle sticks and cut out 3 pieces that can be the floor and ceiling. I'll be using this dollhouse wallpaper in my castle, so I'll be cutting out the pieces and sticking them on with a glue stick. I planned my rooms in advance so I knew where the different types of wallpaper was gonna go, and I also tried to hit the smallest pattern on the wallpaper so it would look more to scale, since this is actually just regular dollhouse wallpaper. To add some details of the bottom floor, I took some toothpicks and cut them in half so they had a flat backside so they could be used as pillars. I painted them with some gold alcohol ink before I glued them in place. Then take the piece that's going to be the floor and paint it with acrylic paint. I use Mod Podge to seal it and give it a slight shine. For the next floor piece you need to sketch out the opening for the stairs. Then use a craft knife to carefully cut away the wood. Smooth out the edges and then paint one side to be the ceiling for the bottom floor and one to be the bottom for the top floor. And for the third piece, just paint it with the ceiling color. Then glue the pieces in place. On the bottom floor, I glued in a few pillars for stability. Then take some cardstock and cut out squares that can be walls for the top floor. Remember to cover the wall in the matching wallpaper. Then glue them in place. I added some paint to the edges to make them look a little more neat. Then cut out rectangles of cardstock to be the sides of the castle. Carefully cut out the windows, then make an equal piece and stick the two together to make it a little thicker. Cover the inside with the wallpaper and then glue it to the castle. And that's the inside structure done. Now let's work on the outside. Cut strips of cardstock and glue them to the outside wall for dimension. For the biggest tower, I cut out some squares of cardstock and then glued them together in a hexagon shape. For some simple roof tops, fold together some paper and make a little cone. For a few simple round towers, I just cut pieces of a wooden dowel and then make a cone for those as well. Now paint the outside of the castle. And that's the castle itself. Now we can work on the furniture. To make the stairs, start by cutting 2 pieces like this. Then cut rounded strips and start gluing them on. Then glue a piece of paper on the back to close it. Then paint it in a color of your choice. To make the railing, I took a headpin and used some pliers to cut small pieces and then glued that onto the stairs. Then I took some embroidery thread, painted it gold and then glued it on top. Then glue it in place inside the castle. I made the railing the same way in the room above. For the bathtub, I wrote a little tube of paper. Glue 1 more paper for the bottom and cut away the excess. I glued on a little strip of paper for the band and then painted it with alcohol ink. For a table, I cut out these pieces of cardstock, glued them together and then painted it. For the mirror, I cut out a little X shape and then used some silver alcohol ink for the mirror part. I folded out some fabric to be a little towel and put it next to the bathtub. The bed I made from cardstock and a bit of toothpick. For the mattress, I folded up some regular canvas fabric, and then for the sides I used some very thin veil fabric. To make a piano for the ballroom, I stacked some cardstock and then painted on the details. I left the rest of the room empty for dancing. For the last room, I made a fireplace, dining table and chairs. And that's our castle done. These are just the rooms I chose to make, but you can make whatever you want. And here you get a little tour of the whole castle. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. I enjoyed making it, and let me know if you want to see any more stuff like this in the future. Hope you're all having a great summer. Bye!